Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Oh, so good sleep.
My body aches.
Don't like the week for 11.
I went to 12. They both said, okay, we're going to sleep now. Let's go for the room. They're done. Why are you rubbing me?
Okay.
You threw your donut in the garbage?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be
What?
forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that.
What are you
pick.
talking about? What's the name of the place again? Universal Side? See, Dark Side? I got the menu.
Back to pass, it's Sellers.
Well, then it's
He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but now before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
To the ground with the back. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of
What
college
happened?
football. This
What happened, man?
strikes fear in
What
the
do you
heart
want?
of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
Oh.
He's going to blow the combine up in the 40.
You know you have to wait. You know how it goes.
Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Couldn't ask for much
It's
more
awesome.
there. A first down, and they're
all
down
you
to
guys
the
do
42.
is win them. Fucking 7.
It's a nice job, too.
That's why I said toss him.
Play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight
Oh.
end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The play action fake. Rushes on him. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
So she's used to going in the cage in the morning.
From the gun, the running back has it.
Explains why she's
And
not.
the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man
Mari does it with you?
defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what
Should I
happened.
have it out? It was the dog.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from
and
the
with
20.
the kid.
Back to pass,
I
it's
was seeing
Sellers.
it with me the other day.
Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Gamecocks will hustle to the
I'll
line.
get my YouTube back. I hate
Second down,
it.
they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
In between the video.
How big is that earlier another sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to find the end zone, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
We're not getting any fish cakes right now. We're doing
Introducing new Applause Vitality. Naturally nutritious and bursting with benefits. Whether it's climbing, exploring, or playing,
Making side
fuel
adjustments
your
here.
taste for
This
adventure
offense is
with
moving
Applause
into plus
Vitality.
territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Bunch formation for these receivers. They come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home.
I'll look at it in a second.
Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good game on that play. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. To throw, it's Green. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the
Why
wideout.
is he getting the middle open? Sick now.
They'll get the first down and spot it on the 49. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig soup.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it
Come on,
in,
buddy.
it's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down.
Go back.
Working that left side now. Turning on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take
Turn that TV down.
away. Touchdown,
Turn that TV down.
Arkansas. When that receiver got free, it
You can't
was
do the same one.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
they're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a whoop out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that.
No,
game.
that's not yours.
He'll be stopped at the 17.
You ate your donut.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. That's reeled in, it's Bennett.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. Lowers those pads. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense
Yeah.
is going to work.
Pass.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that
Yeah, he
guy
said
attack
mom
the
still
defense in
like-
the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Oh, shit.
Just can't
Way to
pull
block
the
it.
trigger,
Keep on the
and
ball.
quarterback is sacked. at the 41.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Out of the gun, they give to the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. IndyCar tempo as they hit to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Sellers.
Nice.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down the box and making big tackles. But they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Thank you, Bubba.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Wide open downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown!
Double team, too.
They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Where the back go?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Still very comfortable.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory. He might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Just enough time with one final play of the half.
On your back, just the legs forward.
From the gun, running back on the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Flex, point, and flex.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick.
2, 3.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Deep shot for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Line out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Green. Takes a shot.
They won't let me pick it.
He's got it. They're able to keep him out of the end zone.
INT, bro.
Big play in the passing game.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
On the option. And touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it.
That one?
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there.
The butt one? That's what I've been wanting to watch. You won't watch it.
Hey guys,
They're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own
you want that
1.
first year of the
Motion
biscuit
from the
video,
wide
and
receiver.
that's what you're gonna get if you do this video every single day.
From
We're
his
gonna be
end zone,
doing
he'll go
45
up top.
seconds on,
He
15
lets run
seconds
for
off.
ID.
We're gonna be doing a ton of exercises, and if
He
you
dropped it.
Right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to
dinner for me? Thank you, Papa.
got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this.
That's the other girl.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10.
I've got you on.
Thank you, Papa.
Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket.
Oh, I thought that was my man.
Defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Showing the arm straight
I
down
can't
the
throw
left
this.
side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Hey, that's my favorite. Keep tripping steak. Oh,
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
oh, that's my favorite.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Wait, take the section first.
You made sushi? You sound like your mommy.
Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines.
Macaroni and cheese stuff. How do you make sushi with macaroni and cheese stuff? That's
Taking
it.
on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football,
Every day.
Chris Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait.
It gets on your arms every day. Nothing like that.
And the Wolverines will put total over and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive.
Hey.
Yeah. Back up. I'm just going to try to circle up.
Thank you.
Watch the latest shows all in one place and get to 6 accounts per household.
Oh yeah, I just flag.
She bit you that hard again?
Between the nails and the biting, because the kids, they told him to do that shit. Well, I said that the cat's meaner than the dog.
25.
No, he's being bad right now. Oh, why is Sims Park calling you? Oh,
They'll give it to the back.
Tamari, I can't see what you in my face. Yes, Papa. What's that? The cat bite you?
First down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield. It's
What, buddy? Buddy, I can't think right now. What? No sanitize.
Want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's Dingle. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So we're scoreless. Their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk.
When your video was done, be all right. It's got this fucking potty in there.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Whoa.
Incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Sellers. The throw to the outside is completed. Wide open spaces. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable
That's
with
Zeke's.
guys one-on-one on islands.
Ezekiel say you can have it?
They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These fans raising the volume on second and goal.
I can't audible. I can't audible.
Well, yes. Great job. I know that but I know
They want to run this quarterback. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's all day.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game.
I don't think I scored that.
Matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate
I drink water at
they
work.
get paid.
Oh, he scored.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
She just opened her own local vet clinic. Dedicated to the health and happiness of kids, furry animals. She treats all animals. Family.
Sweat factor.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
All right.
Ryan here.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end.
Going together.
To the air, it's Underwood. Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
I saw them on the video. You said, look, he came around that corner
Yeah,
quick.
Ezekiel. No, ready?
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, where you going, boy? Why you pull that?
Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain.
Where you at? Who's got the running back? Nice play.
Good play for this offense as they are ready to score. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And he throws.
Come on, man.
He's lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood.
Ow. Oh, that's the other guy.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds. First and goal.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with a run. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine!
And I love that this offense stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game,
Leather up.
go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. With the catch.
I can't see nothing. The play fan still on the screen.
Minimal gain here. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that one.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
No.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Gets it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Sam, practice period.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat. He'll throw it.
Yeah, back up. Good defense.
He's trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
You want a thing to your credit?
Wants to go up top
I don't
on
want it.
first down.
So when I needed a new credit card, I went to Experian. See these cards with no ding decline?
I don't know about the
Your
decision
credit
that
will
time by the
is
quarterback. He may
declined,
have been
so you can
expecting
apply
man
with
coverage, but that
Get
time
the
the
Experian
defense
app
was
now.
in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Morgan.
That stupid ass.
First down, they'll mark it at the 48. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense. Get a sack, create some momentum.
Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. Across the 50, down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed. And he can generate explosive plays for your offense. Not just running go routes and poster routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield?
Come on, baby. You running with him. Take him out.
Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Big grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Get set up perfect. And with that, they take the lead. As they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Time to change now on second and long.
Long play.
Give to the back.
Take it. Get a touchdown. He still get a touchdown. Yeah, damn it.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra
I bet you guys still sleep.
by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Should have saw him with that.
Bearcats single four and made.
I'll whoop up butt.
And they'll start
Crazy.
Whoop up butt.
You should see too, they do the couple ones where she spins her and yesterday. I can't remember. What was that one? It was like a passing that goes to go and three buttons together.
That was two.
Off the play fake on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver.
Yeah, why y'all not blocking? All them game, y'all blocked everybody else.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Still looking on the move. He's got the tight end. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And he makes the extra point. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simpson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the wideout.
Whoa, milestone. Good cover. High five. Amen.
Tries again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The throw.
Oh, shit, I didn't see him beat.
Before time ago, I was just another idiot. Which one is your team? You're 600. One of a kind tagline for your brain. But then I met Jane. She's an illustrator on Fiverr. We're freelancers train AI to work in their unique style. Now I take on some of her projects, delivering work in seconds.
My creativity.
My efficiency.
Clients going to be happy.
Work with talented freelancers and their AI models on Fiverr.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
This summer, make your own buttons and you won't get companies. Find deals at the BMW Summer Sales Event on now. Take advantage of acceptable offers today.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the
This one's complete. In enemy territory, out of bounds at the 48. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Lost one on that last one is 2nd and 11. Pulls it in, it's Ben. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball here.
Oh, he's got no space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Shut it down. Let's go to the roof. Feedback.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run the option. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
When the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, you want to continue to feed this guy. As you can tell, he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra one pulls them to win 24-21. They got the touchdown they needed. Now they're scoring by a field goal. They'll line up for the onside kick.
See?
In a few anxious moments, they'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Touch pass on the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. The hand to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Caught near the sticks. It's Bennett. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. They'll try to pound their way in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they've gotten the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Klein. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
All right, offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can step up in this moment, find a way to get the ball into the end zone, and win you this game?
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right out.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Carr. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Pauling. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. quarterback empties his backfield. To the air, it's Sellers. Using his legs to buy some time. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, running back gets to give. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. Punch for the tackle. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. With jet sweep pass. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the run, it's Love. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Got his man. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, the sweet feet. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeps it going. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Fires and picked off. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll try it over the left side. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this. That QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath him and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Turning it on. He's at the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Rides to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. It's a seam wide open. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On the move. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And that's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
And that
2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Right on the money. Turning on the Jets. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. Into the secondary on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it. They've completely flipped the field.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run play action. Floating away. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you just got to know the situation of the game. So after that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football. You're just trying to make something happen, and the ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
The Gamecocks enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. The give to the lone running back. Wide open spaces. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
To the ground, he's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap.